April 22, a terror strike in Pahalgam sends a nation into mourning. May 9th, Pakistani drones violate Indian airspace, targeting 26 positions across the border. But what followed was a reckoning. India responded not with words but with absolute clarity. No warnings, no room for misinterpretation. This was not retaliation, this was retribution. Strategic, surgical, supreme. But earlier on May 7th at 1:04 am, Operation Sindoor unfolded. 9 high-value terror hubs across Pakistan and POK reduced to rubble. Bahawalpur and Muridke, the ideological headquarters of Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Kotli and Bhimber, infiltration command centers. Sialkot, a critical logistics artery. All of them decimated. These weren't rogue elements hiding in the shadows. These were the masterminds, the planners, the snake's head. But this was just the beginning. On May 10th at 2:10 am, the skies over Pakistan roared with precision. India's armed forces launched a 90-minute air campaign across 11 Pakistani air bases. The mission: neutralize Pakistan's air superiority. The target: break the spine of its war-fighting capabilities. Noor Khan Air Base in Rawalpindi, gone. Sargodha, the nuclear nerve center, decimated. Rafiki, Murid, Sialkot, Skardu, Jacobabad, Pasroor, all hit with pinpoint accuracy. Their F-16s, Mirages, JF-17s obliterated on ground. Their radar grids silenced. In one night, Pakistan's Air Force was grounded. And leading the charge was a new force multiplier, Akash Tir, an indigenous AI-powered satellite-linked autonomous combat system built by DRDO, integrated by ISRO, armed by BEL. It guided drones, intercepted air threats, and unleashed real-time precision strikes. India did not just control the skies, it owned them. For the first time in military history, a non-Western nation deployed a fully autonomous battle swarm. India showed the world what 21st century warfare truly looks like. But this strike wasn't just military, it was psychological dominance. By hitting Noor Khan, India shook Islamabad's nerve center. By bombing Skardu, it blinded Pakistani surveillance in Gilgit-Baltistan. And by taking out Chunian's radar command, Pakistan's own airspace turned into a dark void. Pakistan's long-held nuclear bluff was exposed too. One by one, their red lines faded. Their DGMO called India. Their army chief dialed Washington, Riyadh and Beijing, pleading for intervention. But India refused to blink. No backdoor diplomacy, no premature ceasefire. Only one message: if Pakistan fires, we fire. India had rewritten the rules of engagement. From this moment on, terror will meet full-spectrum retaliation. Deterrence will be defined by conventional supremacy. And yes, the Indus Waters Treaty remains off the table. Pakistan stands humiliated, its terror networks dismantled, its defenses broken. This is the doctrine of a new India. A doctrine born not from vengeance, but from vision. A doctrine that says, we will not wait, we will act. Operation Sindoor is not over. It's the beginning of a new military era. India now controls the narrative, the pace, and the price of provocation. This is the new normal. This is India Unleashed.